Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's very short video, I want to share a yoga for high spending. We have Betsy Bloomingdale, and she was very wealthy. She was a philanthropist, socialite, and a fashion icon. And she was known from frequently visits to Paris for very, very big purchase of clothes. And the second thing, which is similar, is that she was hosting parties. And we could say that, yes, they were connected to some philanthropy, and but nevertheless, there was a lot of spending. So we could say that in this chart, we need to find a combination for wealth, for spending, and that would be the focus. We also know that she was married to Alfred Bloomingdale, and he was, we could say, inherited a big business. He was entrepreneur and involved in some shops, basically, and which is very much related also to a place, right? So in this Navamsha, we can see that the seventh lord of spouse, because we have a dedicated chart in Vedic Astrology related to relationship, and then we have this Mars seventh lord. Ucha is exalted, so every planet has some specific sign. The sign is making the planet feeling very strong, and for Mars, this is Capricorn. And this is the exaltation. This Mars is also aspected by Jupiter exalted, so very, very strong combination. And this may show that this person will be married to a very powerful spouse. Even if we see this Upapada. Upapada is also a special point for marriage. In Vedic astrology, we have 12 houses, and 12 because it's a natural Pisces. And the Pisces is the sign in which Venus exalts. Therefore, 12th house is very much related to relationship. And each house has a specific Arudha. And Arudha is like a social contract. So marriage is like a social contract. And therefore, social contract related to a 12th house, to relationship, is the marriage. So the Upapada is the only point in the chart which is really showing the marriage, because the 7th house may show the circumstances at time of marriage, 7th lord may show the partner, Venus may show the general blessing, how you are getting the what the marriage should give you, the love and all the goodies, the surprise, and all these nice things which Venus has to offer. And because it's a ihaloka sukha, blessing giver, right? He wants to make us happy in this material world. And what I want to say is that the Upapada is in Gemini here. From 12th house to the 12th lord, we will have 12 houses. And then if we go again 12, because this is how we calculate Arudha, it's like we count distance from the house to the lord, and then we take the same distance from the lord. This would be the Upapada in the 10th house, right? So Upapada in the 10th house, Lord is Mercury. Mercury is with the Sun, and Nipuna Yoga in the second from Upapada. So this is showing quite, we could say, financial motivated relationship, or the partner is a businessman. The Mercury is Vaishyavarna, he is the Lord of the Artha, or Lord of the wealth. And the 11th from Upapada, which is showing the spouse fortune, is that Mars exalted. So it shows that the spouse is very wealthy, and that wealth will be of this Mars nature. After the death of the spouse, we know that was Cancer, right? 7th lord is Jupiter with the Rahu, and the dispositor is the same Rahu. So the dispositor of the 7th lord will usually show the health of the partner. In fact, you can see the health for every person in your life by taking the dispositor of that lord. And that happened in Saturn Sun Dasha. If we open the Navamsha, it's quite easy. It must be connected to the 6th, and 8 is show end of marriage. So end of marriage is related to demise of the spouse. 8th lord and 6 are connected, and this happened in the Saturn Sun, and Sun is joining that second lord in the 8th, right? The dispositor is Jupiter. The Jupiter is again aspected by Rahu, which is showing that the Cancer was the cause of demise. But I want to just focus on her spending. We have this Venus, which is loading the Arudha in the 4th from Arudha, and 10th house from the moon fourth from Sun, all are pointing toward that Venus. And that Venus is in the 12th house of spending. So all the wealth, all the, we could say her job, right? Because she didn't have this very standard or conventional job. She was in quite privileged position when she could use her free will, right? She was not restrained by this current social order. She was quite free because of her privileged wealth situation, coming from her family and then from the spouse family. And but there is another point which I want to focus here, and this is connection, because we know that 12th house is all about losses, about spending, right? Therefore this Venus nicely placed in the 12th house. There is another here important information we could take from that Venus, which is not so favorable. 7th lord of a spouse, the Jupiter and Venus, they are in the second 12th relationship. So this is not the best when it comes to what the relationship should give you, because the 7th lord, the partner, should give you that love, that blessing of marriage, right? So if there is some mismatch between the karaka and the lord, then we could say that this person is not fulfilling that role, and this can lead to many weird or many complicated situations. And especially if the node is related to 7th house and the Venus has something to do with the Upapada or the 12th house, this may lead to affair. And here we have the node is in the 7th house and Venus is in the 12th. To be super honest, this normally would show that this person may be involved in affair, but we don't have any information about that. From her biography, we know that it was her spouse which was involved in the affair with Vicky Morgan, which was later killed. So we have this Jupiter and Rahu related to the 7th house. Jupiter Rahu is also showing is the yoga. Jupiter Rahu, Jupiter Saturn, these are the yoga for homicide. So this is related to the 7th house in the Rashi, and then the 8th lord in the Navamsha, right? So you see in the Rashi it is, we could say, connected to a relationship. But how it is really connected, right? For this, we need to open the Navamsha to get more details what's going on. So again, going back to what I wanted to show you is, according to the Shastra, if the lagna lord is connected to the 12th house, then the person spends a lot of money. And for this we can see the yogas from lagna, Arudha, lagna and atmakaraka. Okay guys, if you like this video so far, please don't forget to click the thumbs up and subscribe with the bell notification on if you'd like to see similar videos in the future. We are publishing here on this channel a lot, so if you are into Vedic science known as Jyotisha, then definitely you don't want to miss the future videos. And now let's go back to this analysis. And I want you to focus here if we can really find those yogas. So we have a lagna lord Mercury, right? Is Mercury related to the 12th house, the Leo or the lord of Leo sun? Yes, we have Mercury with the Sun, right? So we have, in fact, 12th house connected to 11, like in this case, can give investment, right? So this is what she did. She organized all those very huge parties and then she got money from this, right? So 12 and 11. So the spending and income are connected, or these losses are channelized into the new income, right? That is the definition for the investment. Let's see from atmakaraka, right? Atmakaraka is Venus. So do we have connection when it comes to Leo or Cancer or Lord of these houses? We have indeed Lord of Atmakaraka, the Sun is in the 12th from the Atmakaraka. Now let's see from the Arudha, right? We have two Arudas because the Ascendant has two lords, Mercury and Rahu. If we take the Taurus Arudha, right? She was, like we could say, very much a Venusian lifestyle. So Venus in 4th from Arudha, Venus lording Arudha, sounds correct. And do we have some combination of now Arudha and the 12th house, so Taurus and Aries, or the lords, right? And again, we have the connection, Arudha lord Venus is aspecting 12th house. For this level, we can use Rasi Drishti to a big extent. Even if we take the moon, another Arudha lord is also aspecting the 12th house from the Arudha. But even if we say, oh, this is stretching, this is this is quite of justification. Then still we have this yoga of Moon and Mars. Lord of Arudha Moon is with the 12th Lord from Arudha. So whenever we turn our focus, be it lagna, Arudha, or the atmakaraka, we have a very strong and direct connection between the 1st and 12th house. So this would be the yoga for big spending. So that's it for today. I hope you find this example interesting, and this is giving you another layer for your analysis. And please don't forget to click the thumbs up. You're really helping me with this channel by doing this free of cost favor. Subscribe if you'd like to see similar videos in the future. Thanks for being here with me, watching till the end, and see you in the next one.